Hello everyone, my name is Yara, and today we're going to be reacting to the Season 2 trailer of Percy Jackson. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've already seen this because I have no impulse control, and so when it popped up on my feed, I was gonna watch it. But I resisted from really digging into it because I want to have my reaction for this video, as well as kind of go frame by frame about what they included in this trailer and what we're gonna see for Season 2. I am someone who actually really enjoyed season 1, and I really like the direction that they're taking with the show, and so I'm so excited to see what they're going to add to the story in season 2 and how they're going to interpret it. And so in addition to my reaction as well as the discussion of what's actually in the trailer, I also want to talk about just my predictions and what I'm looking forward to seeing in season 2. I truly felt like the showrunners had a vision for what kind of story they want to tell and what kind of themes they want to bring out of the story. And so I'm really excited to see how that will translate to the Sea of Monsters, which has a little bit less material, but also some more stuff to play with. Without further ado, let's get into the trailer. Oh my god, 4.4 million views. Go Percy.
You guys get nightmares, right? I usually get ones that tell me the future.
Oh my god. Grover.
Or try to kill me.
Oh, I like that transition.
My name is Percy Jackson.
Percy looks so much older than the first season. It's not his fault though.
About Grover?
About camp.
Ooh.
The danger the camp is under is greater than you can possibly imagine.
What about Grover? You know where he is?
The Grey Sisters see all.
They only have one eye.
Look who's talking.
Honestly, the CGI for Tyson does not look that bad.
I'll see you out there.
Luke's scar is a lot more prominent now.
The tree falls, the barrier falls, and camp will be open to any attack. Save Grover. Percy, you gotta find him!
Poor Grover. They're putting him through the ringer.
To our survival, you must quest to the Sea of Monsters.
Oh my god, I love the tonal change that happened also with the colors once they are in the Scene of Monsters. Like, it's so much more dark and less vibrant, but purposefully that way. Thalia! What was that?
That's what real heroes do.
Kill the son of Poseidon.
Was that Rock? Kronos? I don't remember that.
You can't give up on your family.
Perseus. Don't underestimate yourself.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna let some stupid monsters stand in my way.
Oh my god. Ugh, I'm so hyped. I know they used it in the teaser trailer, but the Come Sail Away remix, chef's kiss, love that. Okay, let's go frame by frame. So we start off with Percy in this, like, it almost looks underwater. Like, does that not give the vibe underwater? It could also just be like stained glass, but it does look like a dream sequence sort of thing.
I usually
Oh, he has his little bead on his necklace now. That's so cute.
tell me the future.
Oh, I didn't notice that the first time. Okay, so we hear Percy from Grover's voice. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be the same exact scene, but that looks like the empathy link. And then we cut to Grover with also two people. Who are these people? Beats me. I know we have that new character who's like the archer on Luke's team. So I think a lot of people speculated that this girl is that. But I don't know when this scene will be taking place. Like, this could be when both Luke and Percy's teams have already gotten to the island, and this is like Luke's team chasing Grover. Or maybe this is not the Cyclops Island yet, and it's just like somewhere in the Sea of Monsters on the journey, and Luke's team like caught up to Grover in that aspect. I don't know who the octopus arm thing is supposed to be. I was thinking maybe it's Scylla, but from like a different angle than what we normally see. Like usually we see from the bottom where she's like reaching down to grab all the soldiers. Wait, let me go back to his room. They definitely got like the messy teenage boy aesthetic correctly from my understanding.
My name is Percy Jackson.
Oh, is that a Pegasus? Actually, I have no idea. He seems to like dinosaurs and skating. Skating is from the book, but dinosaurs is kind of funny. That's just like a random thing that he likes. I wonder, this seems like it's going to be a scene that's like in the beginning of the show because he's still in New York. And I wonder if they're going to like acknowledge the fact that he's grown so much. Again, it's not a big deal at all. It's just funny to see. Okay, then we have the taxi with the Grey sisters. Oh, Annabeth looks so pretty. Okay, so this is the preparation for the chariot race. Or maybe not preparation. This looks like the aftermath because all these people are like on the ground. The flag has fallen. There's smoke everywhere. This person is being carried. Yeah, this looks like after... I forgot those bird thingies that attacked during the chariot race. These.
The danger the camp is under is greater than you can possibly imagine.
Okay, so they moved the Laestrygonian Giants fight from the dodgeball game at the school to being in front of the camp instead of the bull, I'm assuming. I wonder if they're going to have the bull at all, or if they're going to omit it because that was something that they actually did in the Sea of Monsters movie. But logistically, doesn't make a huge difference. Like, something is attacking camp.
They only have one.
Yeah, again, like I said, I think initially when they played Tyson's eye in the teaser trailer at Comic-Con, I was a little bit scared about the CGI. But honestly, I feel like in motion, it looks better than in like a still, if that makes sense.
Look who's talking.
That was really cute.
I'll see you.
Okay, so this is a change where they see Luke is the one that poisoned the tree. I mean, it wasn't really, I think, a secret in the Sea of Monsters or like a mystery. Like, we're pretty certain Luke did it. We just, I guess, didn't know when or how he did it. I mentioned how Luke's scar seems more apparent here, and I wonder if we're going to get more about his quest that resulted in that scar, like when he was doing the Herculean tasks. That was something that I wish they had brought up in season 1 because I feel like it was kind of a slap in the face to Luke that Percy gets this really important quest and he comes back and everyone is like praising him as a hero when he had the opportunity to have a quest and he failed, and now he just has this scar to remember it by. I'm certain at some point it'll be brought up. I don't know if in this season, but we're gonna have to know where the scar came from. And I feel like especially because in the first season, Percy and the rest of them were technically successful in the quest, even though they actually did fail and they were still treated as heroes, I feel like that will only add to Luke's resentment. I'm just so excited to get more backstory about Luke, and especially in this season, we're going to get the flashbacks with him, Thalia, and Annabeth on the run.
Out there.
Blackjack! I honestly forgot that Blackjack was Luke's first, and then Percy rescues him at the end of Sea of Monsters.
Tree falls, the barrier falls. The camp
Oh,
will be open
so
to any attack.
I guess the timeline is going to be a little bit different. So from my memory, in the book, when Percy and Annabeth make it to camp, the barrier is already down. Like, the reason everyone is fighting when they get there is because Luke had already poisoned the tree. But here, it seems that, like, as they get there, they see Luke poison the tree. So then perhaps, like, when they're fighting the Laestrygonian Giants, like, they are able to cross the barrier, but they kind of, like, stay outside roaming. But then they notice a weakness in the barrier and they're able to cross again. That's my prediction.
Clover. Percy, you gotta find me.
Wait, who's that guy? Oh, is that supposed to be the Cyclops? I can't tell if he has one eye or not. I think so. That looks like it's one eye. That is not what I thought the Cyclops was gonna look like. Because I feel like traditionally, the Cyclops, like the eye is so much bigger in proportion to the rest of the face. Also, just the head is much bigger in proportion. That is if this is the Cyclops. I don't remember. What's his name? Polyphemus.
For the key to our...
Okay, that's Tantalus. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what Tantalus' story was about. I think I'm confusing him with Sisyphus. I keep thinking of the rock. I just know there's some punishment with him and why he's there. I'm trying to think about why he had these scars.
You must
And then a very quick glimpse of Grover. Not Grover, sorry, Tyson. Oh, Tyson when the ironclad explodes. Dang. Okay, so this is them on the Princess Andromeda, because it's like a cruise ship. I know that in the book it says it's like a fully blown cruise ship, but in my mind I still picture the ship that's in the Sea of Monsters movie, which is like basically a small yacht. So when we first saw the pictures of them like running through the halls, and it's literally like a Disney cruise, I was very taken aback. Ooh, okay, so we get this frame of the ghosts, the spirits that are being employed by Clarice on the ship. Very glad they took a different decision than to use the dead Confederate soldiers. Don't think that was in the very best taste. But now they've changed it to be just the dead soldiers of any war in history, or that's what I assume based off of this, because you can see that this person looks like, the first thing that came to mind is like Napoleon era, but I really don't know. It looks like Les Miserables to me. I'm not good at historical wardrobe. Okay, this scene looks like it's where they're entering Charybdis. Oh, and that's Scylla. Ooh. Okay, Thalia! Oh my god. Ooh! She has the Aegis shield! Okay, now we have the still of Annabeth. And then this. I saw people saying that this is the siren scene, and I'm not saying it is, but I did not think that the sirens looked like this. I thought sirens were like similar to harpies, like these kind of bird-like creatures. I could be totally wrong. I know in like a lot of other media, sirens are like mermaids. These are like these rock figures. It could also just be like a separate scene. But given the fact that Annabeth is alone, it does seem to be like, it might be the siren scene.
They take care of each other. That's what real heroes do.
Ooh, okay. This is Cersei. I like the aesthetic here. It's giving very much resort vibes. This is something that I'm excited to see how they interpret, because given how they interpreted Medusa's story in season 1, I know they're going to go through some arc with Cersei that is perhaps a little bit more sympathetic. Especially in recent years with books like Cersei by Madeline Miller, we have a lot more narratives that are more sympathetic to her situation. Honestly, in the book, it's not necessarily unsympathetic, but we don't really go into why she is the way she is. It's basically just like, men are pigs, so I'm just turning you into your true form. But we're not really getting a more nuanced discussion as to what brought her to that conclusion. We have Percy as a guinea pig. Okay, this is definitely Polyphemus, or at least a Cyclops. Then we see this brief frame with Ares and Clarice. Again, another thing I'm super excited to see, because we already met Ares in the first season and we see how his attitude towards his children. He's like very dismissive of them and basically only wants to see them during like the winter solstice. And because in the Sea of Monsters book, because we're not actually with Clarice for a lot of it, we don't really see just how much this book is also her journey, for her to have an opportunity to lead a quest and prove herself to her father. And we're definitely going to have some sort of character arc because she was set up as such a bully in season 1, where we're going to see a little bit more about why she has hardened herself so much. Obviously does not excuse the way that she's treated everyone in the first season, but at the end of the day, she is also a victim of the gods' neglect. Okay, then we have this frame of a rock kind of laced with gold. I said it was a rock, but it might be a coffin. I think there's a coffin. I'm not sure when we actually see it, if it is in Sea of Monsters. Definitely by Battle of the Labyrinth. I also wonder, like, it's positioned in front of this painting of some sort of Greek event. I'm assuming it's a war. I'm sure someone who knows a little bit more about art history can probably provide more context as to what it is, but it's not there for nothing. Then we have this, like, final battle. It looks like to be a final battle at Camp Half-Blood. I'm assuming this is after they returned with the Golden Fleece. They have already placed it on Thalia, or they're like trying to get it to Thalia's tree. And then like Luke's forces follow them and they're colliding. Don't remember if this is new or if there actually was a conflict. I don't think so. I remember them getting to camp and them just placing it on the tree without problem.
You can't give up on
Lin-Manuel Miranda! Unpopular opinion, I really like Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I will defend him. Is he a little cringe? Sure, but cringe is a victimless crime. And I actually really like him as Hermes. And so this scene is definitely going to be the part where it's before Percy leaves for the quest and he gives him like the bag of air, the gummies, like all that equipment for the quest, and also tells him why he should not give up on Luke.
your family.
This scene with Percy hugging Sally is interesting. I don't know where or when this would take place. It's in the forest, so I'm assuming this is outside Camp Half-Blood. But we know that when he gets to Camp Half-Blood, it's through the Grey Sisters' taxi, so Sally is not there. This might be at the end. Maybe Sally is very worried about him and comes to camp. Then we have this frame, not coincidentally, right after the Sally scene with Poseidon. It's also the same scene where theoretically Percy is hearing Grover through the empathy link. So he's just like, he's hearing a lot of voices right now.
Overestimate yourself.
This is crazy. This is not how it felt in the book. Like, I don't think you fully grasp how dangerous it is in the book. Then when you like see it visually, you're like, oh yeah, they're in this like whirlwind in the water. They're gonna die. Fun fact, this is premiering the day before my birthday, so I'm gonna think they did it just for me as a birthday present. So final thoughts, I'm really excited. I'm really glad that they're taking advantage of all these like B storylines that we could be getting to like supplement the greater ideas of the story. Like we're going to be getting those flashbacks with Luke, Thalia, and Annabeth. Also the fact that the little Annabeth is Leah's cousin, that's so cute. And also it's gonna be so heartbreaking. The fact that we're going to see the conversations between Ares and Clarice, I'm pretty sure in the book we see them have a conversation, but we don't actually hear. We just see kind of Ares's body language and know the fact that he's upset with Clarice. I know it wasn't really in this trailer, but we definitely have some stills of that new character Allison that's going to be on Luke's side. And I believe from the press release, they said that she's going to be like an older demigod who has been disillusioned with the gods, as per the usual people who end up siding with Luke. But I think that's going to be a really interesting perspective, especially given that Luke is also older. There's going to be this kind of age divide as well as people who have been victims of this system for a longer time. I love that they're using more practical effects and real life built sets. Like the Grey Sisters makeup was really good. Everything with the chariot race looks really good. The set design of Cersei's Island looks really beautiful. I don't know if this is true, but I read somewhere that all the episodes in this season are going to be over 40 minutes, which if true is huge. That honestly would solve like so many of the issues that people had with season 1, myself included sometimes. I just felt like I wanted to give more space to the story and explore more things. I feel like in season 1 they were still trying to like figure out a lot of things, especially with working with child actors, where it seems like with the second season they were able to do things a lot more smoothly and they knew kind of what they had to do. They also were using the volume stage a lot in season 1, and here they said they used a lot more practical sets, which again I love because it gives a more grounded sense of reality to the scenes. Oh, and another thing they're taking advantage of in this season is Grover's storyline. Again, we don't really see Grover that much except through Percy's dreams and what they see through the empathy link. And I'm so excited that we're actually going to get POV scenes, or even if it's through the empathy link, getting to see a little bit more about what's going on with Grover. I feel like in season 1, they definitely included the fact that Grover wants to be a searcher and search for Pan. But because we didn't talk about what happened with Luke, Thalia, and Annabeth, and why Grover couldn't get a searcher's license, I feel like part of that emotional journey was lost a little bit in season 1, and so I hope they really capitalize that on season 2 because we have those flashbacks, and Grover is also going to be in those flashbacks, and we're going to see how he feels like he failed. And so I'm certain there's going to be something about, especially the fact that he gets captured and he needs Percy and Annabeth's help, and they end up getting in danger because of him. He's definitely going to feel that guilt again, and he's also going to be going through all the emotions, remembering what happened with Thalia. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited for it. Dang, I forgot to mention everything related to Percy's character arc. I feel like I've been focusing so much on all the other characters, but Percy also has a really important character arc in this book regarding Tyson, because obviously he does not like Tyson in the beginning. He's very embarrassed by him. I feel like it's a really unique perspective in that Percy has been singular. They use that phrase singular in season 1 a lot for so long. Like, he had Son of Poseidon, like there is no one else like him, Son of the Big Three. And then in this season, he realizes he's not alone, which eventually he'll realize is an asset. But if you're so used to being the only one of something, you can get a little bit protective and a little bit hesitant to accept change because you've already had to harden yourself to that reality for so long. And then, of course, we have this prejudice and resistance because Tyson is a Cyclops. A monster, in other words, a monster that Annabeth is very much not akin to because it's the reason why Thalia died. Spoilers, by the way, if I didn't mention that before. I mean, that's not really a spoiler, we know that in season 1. But I definitely think they're going to go the route of talking about monstrosity and what makes someone a monster because they've already kind of talked about that in season 1. I think in the opening of episode 1, Sally is talking to Percy about Medusa, or in front of the Perseus statue, and she says, though I'm paraphrasing, that not all things that look like monsters are monsters, and not all things that look like heroes are heroes. So with all that, I think that is all I have to say about the Sea of Monsters trailer. I really like the Sea of Monsters. I know a lot of people, it's kind of like their least favorite Percy Jackson book. For me, I do like it a little bit more than The Lightning Thief because I think we get to delve a lot deeper into the characters like Percy and Annabeth with the siren scene, one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. And because it's kind of a straightforward narrative in the sense that we have this one goal, searching for the Golden Fleece, I feel like it gives you a lot of room to explore different things and really test the characters in different ways. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.